Can one man defeat 10 toddlers in Mortal Kombat? It's a weird way to start a video, I know, but the answer is obviously yes. One man can totally beat up 10 toddlers, and I'm sure he's very proud of himself. Welcome to How Many Dudes? This is a game we looked at when it first entered into an early access demo, and it was really fun. I really like this game. I think it's a very fun roguelite auto-battler where we build up as many people as we can to beat up, a gorilla, or 10 duck-sized horses, or 1,000 plagues rats. Whatever it's going to be, it's a very cool and fun game. What do we want to play with as far as getting some additional dudes? We could go for Lich Dudes, never seen these before. 70% of his incoming damage gets stored in his thralls every 3 seconds. He expels them as true damage. If it hits fatal, the thrall is healed. That's weird and has a lot of stuff, and I've never seen it before. Time Dudes attach anomalies. They detonate after 3 seconds. Or we have a Cave Dude who ungas them bungas. All of these could be interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Time Dude. Seems pretty solid. Time anomalies exploding seems like a great bunch of AoE, and we like having some of that. Now we're gonna fight 3 little ducks and 7 toddlers, or 2 mallard ducks and 3 rats for even more money. I tend to take the harder fights in this game if I can, because I do think that you have to go for a pretty high-risk, high-reward play. Lots of money means lots of opportunities to take on harder and harder fights as time goes on. Speaking of time, another Time Dude for me. Excellent. Now we get a relic. What do we want? The Time Dude gets max HP and summons additional anomalies. Or, when he attaches it, that dude gets attack speed and run speed. Or, all dudes get extra toughness and some regen. I'm gonna go for the Particle Accelerator. Just boosting up the damage and the speed of other people could be pretty nice, and that's gonna work out for pretty much any build that I'm gonna go for. I like having lots of damage. You do really need to go for archetypes in this game, I think. That having at least one really good taunting dude and 1 or 2 really good healing dudes is super duper important. Could go for the Knight Dude. We've seen this before. I'm gonna go instead for the Ranger Dude. He's a really good DPS dealer, kind of a little bit of a Legolas figure over here. When he deals direct damage, he has a chance at firing a magic arrow that does extra damage, and you can buff this in so many ways. So let's just go ahead and pick him up. We're going for a bit of a sci-fi and fantasy theme here, which could be good for us. Could also be bad. Sometimes you want to stack up specific families because you can get a lot of really good relics that all work well together. But the more families you have in the game, also the more different types of relics you can pick up, and some of them have really good combos. So you should do that. We'll grab ourselves another Ranger Dude. Let's get the free dude juice. Death Rattle. If someone's unconscious, you stack up some attack power. Good if you have people falling, but otherwise I don't care. All dudes get temporary health equal to 6% of their max HP every 2 seconds. Lasts until the temporary health is depleted. Might be okay. I mean, it's a way of giving myself a bit of an extra buffer. As long as we have really good taunt targets, everyone else is going to have a really big temporary health pool. Could be solid. We'll pick it up. 26 little ducks. Am I scared of a bunch of little ducks? Probably not. Over here on the top left, by the way, not only can you see how many enemies remain, but also we could see the little purple on the health bar representing some of the health. So that kind of gives us an idea how effective it's going to be. More Ranger Dudes for the DPS seems fine. 19 duck-sized horses. I bet you I can beat that. But we really need a healer, and we really need a taunt user at some point here, because we're gonna be running into some problems later on. Ghost Dudes. When he deals damage, he has a chance of equalizing the HP between the most injured roster and the healthiest. So it's a way of kind of almost healing, and then he heals them both for 100% of his attack power. That could be okay, yeah. Or we have Explorer Dudes of the Action family, that's new. When a roster dude takes damage below 30% HP, the Explorer Dude gives him a sip from his canteen to heal him. His canteen can hold 2 sips and refills 1 sip every 3 seconds. So he is a healer, but only when they get pretty low on their HP. I could see this being good in some cases, but otherwise, I'm gonna say meh. Mutant Dudes attach a floof ball that does heal, and then it is going to burst when needed. So he's kind of a healer and damage dealer. Not bad. I think I'll pick him up, because I still want to get another dedicated healer and taunter, but in the meantime, he kind of dual rolls for a little bit, and I'll be happy to have him stacking up extra heals later on if we can. So let's go ahead and fight some additional geese and ducks and stuff like that. That's fine. We're definitely getting a little bit of healing from some floof balls. That's just kind of weird and unsettling, though. Why do you have floof balls that are attaching themselves? This seems to be an attachment deck. Anomalies and floof balls. Everyone's going to be covered in, like, prickly thorns everywhere they go. These anomalies are exploding. They're not as easy to see, but it looks like they kind of stack up additional stacks and damage, and then they pop. And and then just blow everything up, which isn't bad. I can look here at the damage per second and the healing per second to get an idea what's going on. The Rangers are definitely doing the most, the Time Dude's doing some, and then, yeah, unsurprising, the Mutant is doing a little bit of both. These are not great heal per second numbers, but hopefully they will get a lot better. So we'll go ahead and stack some more of those until I find a proper healer. When a Time Dude takes fatal damage, his anomalies detonate, he heals, and he teleports. Pretty good. Will want this. Do I want it now? Would I rather have some toughness and regen? Or max HP on somebody? This is going to be great when we have a tank. I'm going to take the medical nanites. The toughness reduces how much damage they take in the first place, and regen just in general can give me a little bit until I get some additional healing. Really need to find the right kind of dudes, though. Now, I do have some dice that I've been stacking up so I can re-roll if I need to. So if I'm not happy with something, we'll pick something else up. What's this? A cyborg. Deals direct damage, has a 25% chance of stacking attack power for the rest of battle. Or, of course, the liches. I don't know about this one. I don't know about any of these, to be honest. I think this is where we're going to have to reroll. You can only have 5 special types of dudes, so I know that my next dude has to be one of those 2 types of characters. Manager dudes? No, I don't think so. We could get the knight. I mean, yeah, taunts. It's a really standard taunt. There's nothing special about him, but he does very consistent taunting. I could do it. I could do it. I'd rather get something else, like maybe a warlock. Let's try re-rolling again. Psionic dudes, that's a taunter. Taunts enemies, deflects, or takes deflected damage, has a chance of taunting more. Only a 5% chance is not great. The Warlock, on the other hand, there we go. Makes a pact with an evil being, slowing its incoming damage. His direct damage has a chance to expel damage stored, and he taunts. So a 25% chance of getting taunt seems better, but he also kind of takes all damage and turns it into damage over time, which gives us more opportunities for healing him up. So I think I'll take this. The Warlock dude kind of just works for me. Burner Foam, meh, not worried about that. Rewinder, when he takes fatal damage, we've seen that before. And then 25% of all overhealing gets converted into temporary health. That's a way of kind of making all your healing still useful to you, even if people are getting topped up. So healing is something that should always be going off. I like this a lot, but I'm going to take the Rewinder just because I think it is something very consistent. Let's fight 31 rats. Could have fought 78 toddlers. Toddlers are basically just a freebie. Like, it's almost impossible to lose to toddlers, especially when you have exploding time bubbles. Love it. I'm going to go for another ranger dude. Seems good. Goats. Goats are stronger, yeah, but I think we can fight a bunch of goats. As long as we get some taunting going with my warlocks, we'll be all right. The regular dude might go down, but the floof balls are keeping him alive right now, so it's okay-ish. Okay. More mutants for the healing for now until I get something else. Brass knuckles. So for the first, 10 seconds, we get some extra damage. That's not bad. Warlock dude gets 20% HP every 2 seconds. They reallocate their store pack damage evenly amongst themselves. So if I get a lot of Warlocks, they all kind of keep each other alive and take damage together. That seems all right to me. Snapping Turtle. Now we have some special abilities. This guy can reduce our attack power by biting off our fingers. Scary. I'd rather fight something easier right now. That turtle I know is actually kind of dangerous, and I really don't want to be losing a single dude right now. If any of them go unconscious, they will return after a couple of rounds, but I feel like more would be good. Found a bunch of health potions and meteors. Well, that was surprising, but okay. 173 toddlers, not even a problem, dude. I got time anomalies for days. We'll just go ahead and explode them all. Yeah. Toddlers just tickle you, man. I can take on practically an infinite number of toddlers in real life. How do I know this? Because I have 2 toddlers, so I know how this works. More taunts to store wouldn't be bad right now. We found even more stuff. If a dude gets knocked out, he has a chance of healing, not bad. If he lands after being thrown, pretty good. I'm gonna save my dice because I want to use this later, so let's just go ahead and grab the smelling salts. A 15% chance that somebody just comes back, if they get knocked out. 4 ravens, chance of missing. Scary, but as long as we can keep them taunted, maybe we're okay. They're doing some serious damage there, though. I'm really having to stay alive by floof balls right now, and I'm not happy about it. I desperately want to get a proper healer. But, I mean, I say healing. We got 4 HP per second. That's terrible. It didn't do a lot. We'll grab another mutant here for now. Shield belt, deflection for everybody. Pretty good. Loyalty card, a chance at, or not chance, just every restock is a little bit cheaper. That's kind of meh. I'm going to go ahead and grab the deflection and another pocket dice just to increase the odds that I'm going to get what I want when we find our next dude, which is coming up pretty soon. That's in a couple of rounds. Let's go ahead and fight something easier. I don't want to fight a couple of cougars. Cougars still can do a lot of damage, and without a healer, I'm just not convinced I'll be able to defeat that when I want to. A little bit more money from me. I'll take another time dude at this point. Sure, why not? Well, there's a cougar and then some rats and stuff. I'm actually would prefer dealing with the dog-sized plague rats. I think that's probably okay. In this game, I find that it's usually better to fight a lot of small stuff than a few really big things. Because with small items, you have a chance at healing through their damage, but a big cougar might just practically one-shot you, and that's not so great. Free dude juice and a bottled lightning. That's going to be great when we get to the boss fight. Okay, so snapping turtles and crabs. They have a chance at latching on and doing damage. I'd rather fight something a little bit easier right now. Again, until I find a healer, I'm just not super confident in my setup. I really need to get somebody that does something consistent here. Could get a cleric, but I'd rather get something else. Well, there's the cleric. Yeah. I mean, I could do this. It's not bad. Every 2 seconds, he basically does a free pulse at your most injured dude, heals everybody for 100% of his DPS, but it's split evenly among them. And the problem is, once you have a lot of dudes, this is not as good as you'd like it to be. I'd rather have something that is going to target, like, let's say my Warlocks consistently and give them healing over time. So the question is, do I dare re-roll? I'm going to Chef Dude. Now this works. When he deals direct damage, he prepares a burger that then heals for 70% of his attack damage. He can stack up some burgers, and he delivers them as needed. This will work, part of the new employed family, which we've never seen before, but I'll take it. Let's get a bunch of chefs. All right, now I feel pretty good about our setup. An alpha wolf dashes out and tries to deal my most injured dudes and immune to taunts. Scary, but we'll try to deal with him. If I have to use an ability, I will. Might knock out one of these dudes, but he seems to be taunted at the moment. The Warlock, you can see, by the way, that purple bar is the damage being done over time. So we're kind of slowing him down. Warlocks are great against the big targets because they greatly reduce what they're able to do. 20% attack speed, damage packed now spread out over 2 seconds. When the battle starts, he automatically taunts. Yes. Now I have guaranteed starting taunts. That's going to make it more consistent for me to actually stack up my enemies so that I'm going to make sure everyone else is better protected. So this actually is now a really good roster. I've got great single target damage with the Rangers. I've got some AoE with the time dudes. I've got mutants doing damage and some healing. I've got chefs doing healing, and I've got a very good taunter. I feel very solid about some of this, which is good because now we're getting into, you know, a boss fight. Dudes get max HP for every dude of the same family on their team. This is one of those reasons getting the right family can be good. We could get, let's say, an extra 16% HP on my time and mutant dudes, another 18 on Warlocks and Rangers. Yeah, I'll take it. I don't care about the bean burrito because I'm hoping nobody gets knocked out. So let's go ahead and do a restock. Ion Storm, Bottled Lightning. Okay. I mean, this is good if you want to get a bunch of items and makes them a lot more effective, which is pretty good. Don't underestimate how useful items are, but mostly I save them for the late game. Whereas some Skeledudes are summoned when the battle starts, and when a dude taunts, there's a chance he summons more Skeledudes. So this is a way of taking my Warlocks and just giving me even more DPS and targets. I'm going to take the Ancient Sword, and now we have to fight a horse-sized duck, which can just knock guys back, and a bunch of horses, and dudes are going to spawn far apart from each other. So this is a little bit scary because my taunt is going to be a little bit hard to make good effect. I'm already losing a guy here. We might have to use some sort of a weapon, losing some mutants. I think I'd rather just accept this, and if I have to use a dude juice, I will. But everybody being spread out early on is really bad because it means some people are getting picked off, as you can see right now. Question is, as long as we can defeat this duck-sized horse, we should be all right. My Warlocks are in danger. I'm going to use a health potion to boost them back up so none of them die, since it looks like I'm just not putting out the burgers quite fast enough. We'll be all right, though. We got him. That's a boss round done. Okay, so we get our money. We can see how things are looking here. So we did get 5 Skeledudes. It's not a lot of damage, but it's free damage on top of everything. Warlocks actually did the most damage. Healing was kind of meh. My chefs did all right, but not great. We'll need more of those. Let's go ahead and pick them up. Time Anomaly detonates, chance of resetting its timer and just keep going. Okay. When a dude takes damage that bleeds him below 40%, we get deflection. Pretty good. I'm gonna take that for survivability. Every second, okay, this is a new thing, Trinket Stash. So what you can do is you can actually bind a trinket to a particular type of character, and that's gonna follow them for the rest of the run. We've never seen that before. Run speed, when the wielder takes fatal damage, he fully heals. Pretty good. And then alternates between gaining evasion and deflection. Really, really good for tanks. I'm going to take this and I'm going to bond it onto my Warlock dudes, and that's going to be a permanent perk for the rest of the game. So now they're just going to get evasion or deflection and hopefully make them a lot tankier. Now we move on to Act 2, and we're dragging along all of our unconscious dudes. That is funny. I'm going to go ahead and pop a dude juice just so we have them all for the next fight. 16 Ravens is a little bit scary. I'd rather fight 232 toddlers. We could use an item, just drop a meteor on them, but I'm watching all their health bars right now, and I'm thinking, this ain't no problem. This is no problem at all. We're going to be okay. Now, you might be thinking, this game's pretty easy. Trust me when I say it's going to get really hard. By the time that we want to get to, let's say, level 105, the enemy is going to be stupid hard to beat. And that's the real challenge of the game. Today's matchup, do we want to bet $224 that we can beat a crab and 11 ravens? Risky, but even if we lose, it doesn't cost me anything except for the money. So I'm going to try it. Notice how much damage my warlocks are having to take out, and we're running out of burgers really quickly. I very badly need to get more chef dudes and build up a huge stack of burgers that we can just keep sending off to our warlocks. But we won that one. One guy went unconscious, but he'll come right back, so no problem. Now we get a relic. So, all dudes get evasion. When they evade, they can do some damage. Always crits. Very good. All dudes get regen, and when they heal through regen, there's a chance they get even more HP. Or when a dude gets cleaved, he teleports to the other side of the enemy and then gets attack power. Pretty good against big targets. I'm going to take the ice bath, though. That regen is going to be very useful on my warlocks since they're already spreading out the damage over time. A panda bear? I can probably beat a panda. Grizzlies might scare me. Pandas, I mean, he might kill one of my mutants, maybe, but like, pandas are just pandas. They're stupid, you know? Those are animals that should have gone extinct a long time ago, and if they weren't cute and bumbling, they would be dead. Let's go for another warlock, more taunts, more consistent. A leopard who jumps around and does piercing, scary, but as long as we taunt said leopard, then we should be okay. Like, this is where the warlocks are great, because he can't easily burn me down. It's gonna take damage over time, so as long as we can taunt him and keep feeding burgers, we'll be all right. Another chef, yes please. A bunch of goats? I can take a bunch of goats. Don't even have to think about it. We'll just deal with a bunch of goats. I just realized, by the way, because my warlocks guaranteed do a taunt at the beginning of the game, we're pretty likely to get some free skeleton dudes as well. Not guaranteed, we only ever get 2 for sure, but there's a chance we're gonna get some more guys. I'll take another warlock dude. Again, more taunts is just gonna be great, and they spread the damage amongst themselves, so it just boosts all their survivability too. When a dude gets knocked out, all dudes get toughness for 2 seconds. Really good later on. I'd rather get the Ring of Shielding for now, though, because that overhealing means the burgers are always going to be useful, and we can just keep popping them out to give people extra health, hopefully. I'm not sure if that actually is going to work the way I want it to, because the Warlocks are going to be consuming those burgers pretty easily, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Lat Leopard goes down, no problem. More time, dudes. I need some more AoE. Another health potion. I'll take it. Scavenger dude arrives. So what you can do with this guy is you lend him one of your relics for a time, and then he'll give you another relic after a few turns. I rarely even bother looking at this. I just take it, because more relics is power, and you have to take some risks eventually. I'm not going to fight all these crabs, because I'm kind of concerned about the damage over time here. I'd rather just fight 329 toddlers. I'm pretty sure my warlocks can handle this, although I should say, since they can only taunt so many targets, this is where fighting lots of small things becomes weaker with the warlocks, because they can only do so much, but we'll try it anyway. More rangers. We haven't had many relics for the rangers. I'm telling you, they can do a lot of damage. They're really good. Venom on rattlesnakes applies vulnerability. Scary, but as long as we keep them taunted, maybe we'll be okay. Just kind of depends on if we can keep feeding out a bunch of burgers. I don't know how, by the way, the burgers are being distributed. I just kind of see some little burger symbols popping up, so I assume they're working. But they're supposed to go to people as they need them. So I guess once I hit a certain health trigger, they just use up a burger if it's in the pile, I guess? I don't know. But I'm imagining a giant mountain of, like, McDonald's hamburgers just sitting there being thrown out to people right now. It's kind of like that SpongeBob episode where Poseidon made, like, thousands of terrible burgers in a giant pyramid. That kind of thing. That's what I'm picturing right now. Hopefully I'm right. More rangers. I'm telling you, they're gonna be good. It's a matter of getting it. Now we can spend some money to train my regular dudes into something I want. So, depending on how many we already have, that changes the price. I'll take 2 warlocks and 3 mutant dudes. All right? That's more healing and more DPS, plus more survivability. The time dudes are good and all, but I want something consistent that's going to be useful here. We're going to fight a whole bunch of rats next. Okay? Should be fine. We can deal with a bunch of rats. I need these, like, exploding arrows, frost arrows. Like, there's so many things that we could be getting. The Rangers just got nothing so far. I don't know what the heck's going on with him. Why aren't we getting a bunch of stuff on the Ranger? But at least he's still doing a pretty decent amount of DPS. He's the top of the pile. It's just, he should be even higher. We'll take more. Yeah, why not? That's fine. Safety glasses. Everyone gets deflection. Pretty good. Rubber arrow. A chance at becoming rubber and bouncing. Okay. We have to start stacking up some DPS here eventually, so I'm going to start taking it. The deflection would have been good. Don't get me wrong. Would have been really good. but I've got to start boosting up my DPS here because at some point, remember, the best offense is also a good defense. You kill things quickly, then they can't do a lot of damage to your guys. So who's unhappy with that? I'm going to take a time dude. I know I have a bunch of mutants on the way. When entering the ranch after winning a round, an unconscious dude has a chance at reviving for free. That's pretty good. Warlocks getting lifesteal. Pretty solid. Every 5 seconds, the Warlock dude teleports to a random dude, taunts the enemies, and then grants crit chance. All right, that's pretty good too. They're all solid. Like, that was all good, but we'll take it. A bunch of bees. Yeah, bees are a little scary. This is a really good case to use. Okay, we're losing guys. We're losing lots of guys. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, the anomalies didn't go off nearly fast enough. We're going to have to use a dude juice here. I probably should use a meteor and just blew a bunch of them up right off the start. That would have been better for sure. Ouch. All right, more chef dudes, a free regular dude, cool. Food dude arrives. So just like with the trinkets, you can give one food to one of your dude types. So max HP is pretty good. Evasion and cleave, not bad. And then attack speed, ooh. So I need a reminder here with these guys. The attack speed is really important if it triggers something. So as he deals direct damage, he prepares burgers. Like if I give attack speed to my chefs, that means they prepare burgers faster, which is pretty good. Warlocks, maybe mutants. His direct damage has a chance. So I could get more floof balls, right? You got to think about that. I think I'd rather apply the attack speed onto the chefs so I get more burgers faster. That seems pretty good. So let's feed him. Solid. Let's use a dude juice, which gets most of my guys revived. I'm still 3 down, but we'll try it. Fight a whole bunch of little ducks. All right. As long as we get our anomalies off, I think we'll be all right. They should start exploding a bunch of little guys. I'm watching their numbers go down pretty quickly. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine here. It's hard to tell if the time anomalies are working as intended. I mean, I'm looking at the time dudes. They've got really good DPS, so I'm assuming it is. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's not got the graphic going off every time. Porcupines, honey badgers, I'd rather fight some snapping turtles and some feral hogs. Feral hogs make each other stronger the more of them there are. So fighting only 3 of them is not a big deal. This fight was easy peasy. Like, just no problem at all. Another Warlock. Yeah, sure, why not? More dude juice makes up for what we lost. We get some mutants and some more Warlocks. Okay, so now we're up to 39 dudes. A big bee that cannot be targeted by cleave. Well, I don't think I have any cleave, so that doesn't even matter. So as long as we can kill all the duck-sized horses, which we do in no time flat, we really get a gang up on this guy. And yeah, he's doing a lot of single target damage, but we're taunting him constantly. So it's fine. That's $200 from me. More time dudes, sure. Strange spores, another item if I need it. I just try to save those where I can. Loyalty card's fine. I'm going to take the brass knuckles. So for the start of battle, we do more damage. And it does go down over time, but like that extra damage is great because it can clear out enemies really fast, so I can then start focus firing on the bigger targets. So I like it. Like, look how long that lasts. It's 10 seconds, gradually getting worse, but like we get an alpha strike. There are also some stuff that like stuns enemies for a few seconds and stuff like that. It ends up being pretty good. Another big bee. Big bees don't scare me. Big bees are fine. I can handle a big bee. Big bees are great. I keep saying Big B, and I keep thinking of The Wolf Among Us or something like that, which, that was a good game. But anyway, cool. Big B goes down, more money, cool. Couple of rounds, we'll get to another boss. I'm going to fight more with Rangers. We get our relics back, so now I get these, so that's good. We get our attack speed and everything else, so more taunts come back. Now, the mutants get extra toughness. When the floof ball bursts, it gives other people toughness and cleave, which is good. And viral load, the mutant gets attack speed and automatically generates floof balls, which now do all this. So we're really stacking up some benefits now. The mutants just got a lot better. Do I want to fight the bees? Yeah, I'll fight the bees, but I'm going to use a meteor and try to just, like, knock a bunch out wherever they seem this most densely packed. Like, right here, around these guys. Boom! Bye, bees! All right, because I feel like that Time Lord was definitely gonna die. So this just saves me a little bit. It's $50 to save a guy. Like, who cares? Another Ranger dude's good. We could invest money. This is also a new feature. Spend some money, invest, double it in 15 rounds, or invest everything I've got. I'm going to invest everything I got. So now I got no money at all, which is like probably stupid, but like, yeah, let's just do it. 42 ravens, that's a lot of ravens. Quoth the raven, die! Nah, we'll be fine. The Warlocks are doing their job. Like, the more I can see them turning purple and everyone else staying healthy, the more I know it's working. Let's get ourselves another chef dude, seems fine. Silverback gorilla, these guys have a chance at throwing targets an extreme distance, and they're obviously very tanky. But we're gonna have to fight gorillas eventually, so let's just go ahead and do it. That's how the game started. This whole game was inspired by how many dudes does it take to beat up a gorilla. You know? And Americans classically are like, I can 1v1 a gorilla. It's like, no, you freaking can't. Stop it. All right, time for a boss fight. What do we got here? Well, I have no money, so I can't get anything else here. A pocket dice. I could get it, but like I don't think I need it. Let's do a restock and see what else I can get here. Burner phone is pretty good. Temporary health, max HP, I'll take it. Another restock, bottled lightning, sure, I'll take one of those as well. All right, King Cobra and Rattlesnake. So these guys are gonna apply vulnerability, and I'm gonna be separated. That's terrible. So I may need to consider moving some guys around. Let's use a burner phone, take, let's say, a bunch of these guys, and bring them up to the Rattlesnake so that we can start doing damage to him. Because if they're all stuck separated, then I'm not taunting properly and my guys are going to get picked off. The snakes are lasting a long time. I'm watching these Warlocks. They're taking damage, but as long as we still have burgers in the queue, we should theoretically be able to keep them alive, right? That's the whole point. Another Warlock. Yes, absolutely. Mutant dude gets regen. Okay, so now the floof balls do a lot of extra healing. That's pretty good. The oh dang button, expel the pack's chance of blasting random enemies. I'm going to take the regen. And now we get another trinket. So, attack damage, a chance of dealing damage equal to the target's missing HP percentage. That's pretty good. Wielder gets attack power and HP multiplied by the difference between the count of the most prevalent dude type and the wielder's dude type. That's only good if you have like only 5 of like a particular one and like 50 of another. It's like Chance of teleporting random dudes and getting attack speed. I'm gonna take this. Seems okay, I think. And I'm going to put it on, like, the time dude, so we can start teleporting people and just give them extra attack speed. So now he's more of a support class as well. Like, I can't be upset about that. Seems all right. 316 rats. That is a lot of rats. Where am I? Paris? The city of rats. That's fine. We'll deal with them. Look at all the gore. They did add some new options, by the way, in the game where you can turn off the gore. I thought people might call me a coward, so I'm not doing it. But, like, yeah. All right, a smuggler dude. Another thing we've never seen before. In 10 rounds, he can bring me a relic from a different family that otherwise I wouldn't have access to. In this case, the action family. Some of these are pretty good. Like, when a dude taunts, he damages all enemies for 50% of his attack power. Pretty good on the Warlocks, right? Let's see. 15% chance of getting a payout. Chance of exploding. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on here. The way I see it, this is a cheaper relic. So it's just delayed gratification, but like, I'm not going to be unhappy about it. Fight 53 Ravens. I'm probably going to miss a lot, but again, as long as we taunt them all and the Warlocks do their job, we're okay. We're definitely crushing them, so we're past the point of being worried about the Ravens. That 30% extra damage at the start of the game is pretty good. Take another mutant, that's fine. More pocket dice, dude juice. Panthers and wolves. All right, now we're fighting some big, scary targets. These are the guys that can start almost one-hit KOing some of your guys if we're not careful. But that's exactly where the Warlock gets to shine. And I'm watching this burger meter because this is probably a clue to me how many more chefs I need. If I ever start running out, that's my clue. I need more of them. Until then, we'll just take more damage. Cougars and rams. Okay, cougars are scary too, but like they're less scary than a panther, so I mean, like, it's fine. The rams are a problem, but we're burning through them all right. We're doing our job. Yeah, this is looking solid so far. I think we actually have a pretty good roster going for us. I really do. I think this is pretty solid. I'm quite happy with this. The extra healing from the mutants is definitely doing some solid work for us, for sure. Overactive amygdala. Mutants, floofball's burst, he dashes away, damaging enemies he passes through, and stacking attack power for the rest of battle. Ooh, if you have lots of floofballs going out, it takes a while to get 20 of his floofballs to go, but if he can, that's really good. So we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. That might, over the course of a long battle, make my mutants very strong. Like, their DPS has gone up a ton. And we want lots of floofballs. It buffs everybody up, it heals them, it makes them tougher. Like, they're a great support damage class. They're doing more HP per second than my chefs, to give you an idea. I'm pretty much always going to be taking more Warlocks whenever I see them, just because more spreading their damage equally amongst themselves can only make it easier to tank and survive. So, like, I feel like just there's no downside not to having as many Warlocks as I can get. Yeah, they don't do an absolute ton of damage, but that's why we got all the other guys. 2 gorillas and some snapping turtles. The gorillas are scary. As long as we taunt them, we'll be all right. So far, looking good. No problem. Yeah, the turtles can start gradually pulling away at my attack power, but we're handling it. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. I like this. I like this so far. Don't feel like I need more chefs, so we'll just take more Warlocks. Gorilla and geese. Canadian geese galore! Ah, yes, all the cowards in the suburbs running away from the stupid geese. I really don't see the problem. I want a goose to attack me someday. I want a Canadian goose to just charge at me so I can see how easy it is to just grab it by the neck and show it can't intimidate me. You know, I want someone to film that. That'd be great. I'll take one extra chef just so I have an even 10. Sure, why not? But like, yeah, I don't really care. I think we're doing all right. I'm watching that burger meter, man. I'm watching that burger meter. What's that? What's that old game? You know, Burger Chef or whatever it's called. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I think it's hilarious that this game, by the way, just assumes that chefs only know how to make burgers. Where is this? U.S.? I mean, yeah, pretty much. 2 meteors. Ba-boom! Extinction event. Warp deck. So every 8 seconds, any dude with no dudes near him will get knocked out, teleport to a new location, and instantly revive. This is good if you have relics that trigger special effects on knockout, which I don't see is very important to me right now. When it takes fatal damage, 20% chance to shock enemies and then teleport away. That seems good. And then I'm going to use... I don't have enough money. Well, I do have enough money for one reroll. I could use a dice, though. But I'm going to use a restock. It's fine. Dark Wand. We've seen that before. Everyone getting a deflection and attack speed feels really good, though. I'm just going to boost up everybody. That seems solid. Solid as heck. I like this idea. It's survivability, and everyone gets to trigger their stuff. Remember, more attack speed just means, like, I trigger other effects faster. That means more arrows going around. It means more burgers being created and so on. Doesn't matter for some things, though. Like, I don't think it matters on the mutant dudes, or maybe it was a 50% chance that they trigger. Okay, maybe that does matter. But, like, the time dude doesn't care about that. Every 4 seconds, he triggers no matter what. Shadowy Funnel. Crit chance. Spell, maybe. When a dude gets knocked out, yeah, when a dude deflects. We do now have deflection, so this is going to not only take what I just got from survivability, but it's also going to give me even more attack speed, which seems solid. That's a lot of crabs. I'm going to fight a bunch of rats. I don't know, the crabs scare me a little bit. When there's enough of them, that is a lot of damage over time, and I can only distribute burgers so fast. You can only shove it down their gullet so quickly, you know what I mean? I think. Anyway. $150, good, looking solid. Take another mutant, why not? Okay, I told you I'd be back. What do you want? All dudes get toughness when the battle starts and it decays over time, sure. Every 5 seconds, every roster dude has a 20% chance to set off a bomb. I mean, every 5 seconds, every roster dude has a 20% chance. That feels like we're gonna have a lot of explosions unless I'm really misunderstanding how that works. I feel like we're gonna have bombs going off like practically all the time. Okay, every few seconds I should see a lot of explosions, basically, like that. It's like having another time anomaly, which is going to make it a lot easier for me to just start clearing out all the trash so I can focus on the big targets. Solid! The Rangers, by the way, remain at the top of my DPS, and they still haven't got very many relics. Like, they're really supposed to be a lot stronger than this. Our investment pays off! We get a lot of money. Nice. King Cobra and a bunch of wolves. I'm not scared of wolves. I'm not scared of wolves. Maybe I should be scared of wolves, but I'm not scared of wolves, especially when I have lots of explosions going off right now. Boom! Just like that. Solid. Okay. This is a solid build. I think we might be able to get a build that gets me all the way to defeating the final boss here at level 105. Maybe. It's still going to be tough, and we're going to need to get ourselves at least a couple of relics to, like, boost up some items, you know, like increasing the stun and stuff like that. That's going to be super important for us, but mostly it's going to come down to just, like, having really good Warlocks, really consistent healing, and then I need these Rangers to max out their dang power. All dudes gain max HP for every $500 spent this run. Well, over the course of the run, this is pretty good, and that's just max HP for literally everyone. I'll take the Dark Wand. We'll do a reroll. Oregano. Increase the effect of food meals by 100%. So, what? They now do 140% healing? That's solid. And they grant attack speed, so it also gets me some extra damage. That's good. Restock again. Evil Quill. When a non-Warlock dude takes damage, there's a 15% chance it redirects to the Warlock. Yes. Okay. So now, even if the Warlock's not taunting everyone, he's hopefully absorbing most of the damage, so it gets spread evenly amongst everyone, and then the burgers are now doing so much health, we'll be okay. Look at these arrows flying everywhere, by the way. We're just machine gunning these guys down. This is why I like the Ranger. They're so solid. Like, that extra damage hitting distant targets is great. The Chef did almost the most damage, though? What the crud? I didn't expect that. I think he is getting the mathematical impact of his attack speed, and that's how it's calculating to show that. If that's the case, it's now showing that the chefs are doing so much buffing that, like, even if I don't need the healing, they can do a lot of damage for me. That extra attack speed is solid, and it can stack up multiple times. So that's pretty good. I'll keep building up on the Rangers, though, because I know they're going to be solid. We got our relics back. We also got the zinc fingers, so when the floof ball bursts, we have a chance of immediately getting another growth of floof ball. And then Chrono Tower, gain max HP and summons additional time anomalies. So we have even more explosions going off now. And my time dudes just in general have more survivability. Not that they're the ones that normally are getting attacked. I kind of have too many time dudes, I think, but like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm not going to be upset about having extra time dudes just triggering all these anomalies and stuff, especially since they also are stacking up bonuses. Basically, I've got a really good blend of very high DPS and lots and lots and lots of support, making everyone stronger. Do I invest again? I could. I'm not going to be getting a store for at least a little bit, so I think this is okay. We'll do that right now. We got another big fight here. Horses. I don't like fighting horses because when they freak out and run around, they stun my guys and knock them around, and sometimes that's when things go wrong. Like at the wrong moment, your taunter goes down, or your healer goes down, and then everyone starts to die. But like so far, I mean, because we have the Rangers, they're just doing damage even if the guy's running around and hard to hit. We're doing fine. Doing just fine. Yeah, the chefs are worth a lot. The time dudes are doing great too. I'm gonna keep taking some more chef dudes then. That extra DPS seems to be mattering. We're gonna fight a massive number of mallard ducks, 500 of them, but look at them die. Look at those numbers. We've got so many explosions. AoE, not my problem, man. Not my problem at all. Free regular dude, what an insult. All right, so we did get another shop. Darn, I should have saved some money. It's fine. When a chef dude delivers a burger, a chance of fleeing a milkshake as well. Temporary health. I mean, yeah, and more attack power. Oh my god, that's so good. Special sauce, more healing. This would have been a great time to have all this. Oh well. We'll grab ourselves the health potion. I'm going to grab myself a dude juice just because at some point I'm going to want it. We have resilient enemies that are able to avoiding crits, and we have grizzly bears. I might need to use a bottle lightning to stun here. Let's see how things are going. If you can kill down a lot of these ravens quickly, then I can guarantee my bottle hits what I want. I mean, I'm watching this. The warlocks should be dead. Right? They should be dead, but because they're converting all that damage into healing damage over time, I'm having enough time to equalize and then heal them back up, which is what's keeping me alive. This is the build. This is how it's supposed to work. It's perfect. Die, bear! Yeah. It all makes sense now when women say they'd rather see a bear in the woods than a bunch of dudes. Like, the bear is clearly weaker. It just makes sense now. All dudes get evasion at the start of the battle. Pretty good. Chef Burger, maximum burgers right off the bat, and even more healing. My god. When a dude takes damage that brings him below 50%, he heals. 5-second cooldown. This is okay, but probably not so much later on because it's got a 5-second cooldown. I mean, is it per dude or is it global? I guess it's per dude. In which case, this actually is pretty solid. But I'm going to go ahead and take this. Solid enough. Pet Rock. Block chance. Would have been good on my Warlocks, otherwise not so much. Every 2 seconds, grant temporary health to a... I mean, yeah, that's solid. Socialism apparently pretty good. Friendship Bracelet. When the wielder takes fatal damage, he equalizes his HP. I'm going to take Socialism. Seems good. And I'm going to put it on... Let's do it on... Who has the most max HP? That's a good question. Can we see it from here? No, we can't. I'm going to assume the mutant dude has more max HP than the chef dude, and that probably would make sense then. So now moving on to a desert. 100 Canadian geese. Again, bring me your long, slender necks so that I might strangle you. Doesn't scare me, doesn't concern me, not even a tiny little bit. We're going to be fine. So these guys are going down. Good. Look at that. I'm at full health. That's how good this is. More warlocks, sure. Can we fight 88 wolves? I bet you I can fight 88 wolves. This is just a free fight, but I mean, it's a bet. Free money is free money. Notice they're not dying, though. Holy crap. Why can't we kill the dang wolves? Wait, no, really. They're only just now starting to die. I mean, I'm doing great. Like, I've got so much health, it's not even funny. These wolves are really lasting, though. All right, maybe I should have been more afraid of that. Maybe they got a pack ability. I don't even remember. Do they get stronger when they have a bunch of them? Oh, that's because they're transferring the HP amongst themselves the same as my Warlocks are. Well, that makes sense. All dudes get crit chance, all dudes get evasion, all enemies get miss chance. That's pretty good too. That's basically like having evasion. I'm gonna take the golden glove though because it can be a guaranteed crit chance, which I might get some relics later on that get extra effects whenever we do have some crits, so I like this. At this point, we're gonna just start kind of speed running through things. Like, I'm not even gonna look at the fight because I feel like we should be able to fight just about anything until we get to the end of the game. We're only at round 62, but like the build's kind of shown itself at this point. So for the sake of longevity, I'm kind of tempted to just go ahead and jump forward because all this is just like a lot of the same exact fights. I'll talk about relics that I find, but otherwise we're gonna go ahead and start jumping forward a bit. I mean, like, look at this fight. I fought a whole bunch of things. Snapping turtles, some leopards, and some duck-sized horses, and everyone's at full health. Like, there's nothing for you to see right now. Venom Gland. When the Floofball bursts, it deals damage equal to 50% of the host dude's attack power. Pretty good. Uncanny Ledger. Warlock dude gets his lifesteal. Yeah, I'd rather have that for now. Guarantees things, so the Venom Gland would have been good. All right, now I'm going to get that Venom Gland. That's solid. Pumpkin Latte. Grant health potions. Meh. I don't think I need that right now. Black Sheep. At the bottom of your roster, this dude taunts up to 5 enemies immediately, or the Eagle Amulet. I think I'd rather take the Eagle Amulet because I'm doing fine on taunts, though this would be a way of stacking that up even further on my Warlocks. Wouldn't be bad. But, like, everything's taunted anyway because I have so many Warlocks, so I don't think it adds a lot of value. This is a tough one. Enemies can't attack for 1.5 seconds. When a time anomaly detonates, there's a chance it stays around, or 30% attack power on somebody. I'm going to take the captain's hat, and then we're going to move things around so that the ranger dudes are up on top, because I do think that overall they're going to end up being the best. I know that sounds counterintuitive, because like the chefs and stuff have been doing really good work right now. Their attack speed is ludicrous, but I really think that once we get all of our relics online, it's going to work. More stuff here. Toughness and healing received, deflection and attack speed, HP run speed. Let's get deflection and attack speed, and let's apply that onto our Warlocks. So now they have really good deflection. We get our investment, $2,000. Nice. Jobs add. Immediately get 3 regular dudes when they return to your ranch. There's a chance to bring in an extra one. Meh. I'll take the Anton Cord, because that will be good in the late game. We'll do a restock. Time anomalies last even longer, and then when they detonate, they copy and split more damage and anomalies around. Okay. Or when a dude evades, they get crit chance. I'll take the Causal Chain. And I really don't think I care about this. The crit chance is all right, but like I'd rather get something else. Rage Bait. When a dude takes damage, it drops him below. He gets cleave. I'm going to take the Caboose. And I'll take the Rage Bait. Why not? We'll do that, and then we're going to move the Warlocks down to the bottom so they have even more HP. 107 wolves this time, so they're all splitting their HP. But look at this. Just fine, dude. We get some more relics. So we get our Icy Arrow, applying vulnerability and damage. That's huge. Great against boss fights. And now our time dude also grants toughness. I just realized, by the way, getting the relic that boosts up our toughness whenever someone gets knocked out, I think that also applies when our Skeledudes get knocked out. Yeah. Unless I'm crazy. So actually, that's a great reason to have the Skeledudes, because I think they're enabling those type of relics as well. So every few seconds, because the Skeledude dies easily, then I'm just granting everyone 90% toughness. That also is a good reason for why we're surviving so well. All right, now we're going to be fighting against a boss, and I've got no money. Lions and Lionesses, so they're going to gain power whenever any of them get defeated. That's scary, and they transfer damage around, and we have reduced run speed. This is going to be painful. We might need to use some items. Let's keep an eye on our HP and see how things are going, because the longer it goes on, the harder it's going to get. The Warlocks are definitely taking a lot of damage. Are we going to be able to keep up on it over time? I don't know. I might have to use a health potion. If we do, that's fine. The job's working. Maybe we're okay. No, we're totally fine. We're totally fine. Even with all their extra attack power, the Warlocks did exactly what I wanted them to do. Great job, guys. All right, let's take a look at those HP and damage per seconds and so on. So Mutant's healing a lot. Chef's doing pretty good. Ranger's not doing the best. It's the Warlocks who are crushing it. Grant crit chance from Special Sauce, max HP, floof balls. I'll take the crit chance, that's fine. And then air horns, attack power and run speed, which lasts for the rest of wow. So these guys are going to start attacking incredibly quickly. Run speed and then dashes. I'm going to go ahead and take the air horn and let's apply it to the ranger dudes. And now we're getting into another round of big fights. Got to make it up to round 100, and that's where we're going to see a very noticeable difficulty spike. Now we have giant turtles, by the way. They have cannons in their shells. Are these evil Blastoises? Is that even supposed to be the plural? Blasties? Blastize? I don't know. I just checked, by the way. The Skeledudes are absolutely triggering this ability, so I now have guaranteed 90% toughness right now, once per battle. It's only once per battle, though, so it's not OP. We can fling milkshakes now, so even more temporary health. And this is definitely the point of the game where I'm going to start looking for relics that are going to stun enemies for like the first 1.5 seconds, or anything that makes some of these items more effective, like let's say the bottled lightning. That's going to matter, because we're getting close to the end boss. Could get the catering truck, which makes my chefs tougher, but that's only giving him block, which I don't think I need, to be honest. So I'll restock and find something else. There we go. Enemies can't attack for 1.5 seconds. That gives me time to just go ahead and wail on them for a little bit. Make meteors better, so they apply vulnerability. That could be really good against the final boss. I'll take it. We get ourselves an undead ability here. When a dude gets knocked out, it becomes a skeleton dude. All dudes get regen, and when they do regen, they have a chance of throwing daggers. I mean, yeah, that's good. Because now everybody is basically an archer. Everyone's throwing daggers on top of all these arrows. I think that might have been one of the biggest DPS spikes we're going to get all game. Especially since I already had some extra regen effects. So, like, that just gets even better. Good God. 313 honey badgers all trying to take what they want. Not today! Sensitivity training. All dudes get 5% attack power for each unique family. This is where having a diversity of families is good. 1, 2, 3. I'd have 15% more damage. I think that's worth it. That seems pretty solid, so I'll take it, sure. And I'll take Death Rattle, because I think that also stacks with skeletons. Yep, it sure does. So that's just more attack power as well. And this is why we like being able to summon skeletons. Free triggers. We get some new relics. Time anomalies copy 20% more damage, and the ranger dude has a chance at firing magic arrows with chained effects. There we go. Oh, zombie bears! Oh, God. They're basically just like the strongest bear in the game or anything. Like, who even cares? It's fine. God, there's so many rams on the screen, I can't even see what's happening anymore. Actually, that's kind of true in general for, like, the entirety of the last rounds. Nothing will make sense anymore. It's pure unbridled chaos. All right, time for round 1 hundo. Okay, last chance to get some waffle fries. I mean, yeah, obviously we're gonna stack up even more attack power. Strange spores, more healing effect. Pretty good, I will take it, because I could see that being useful against the final boss. Take a dude juice as well. So a toddler doesn't worry me. The diamondback gorillas and the silverback gorillas are a thing, and they're serrated with piercing. Okay. Here goes nothing. We might want to use some of our abilities. Might be a good idea to go ahead and use an asteroid here and make all these guys vulnerable on top of everything else. Kind of wish that I had the perk that if my guys get knocked down, they get up really fast, because then the meteors are really good for me. I knock them down, and then I get right back up. But so far, I mean, my stats are practically unbeatable. This is good. But don't get cocky, kid, because from here on out, it's going to start getting really, really extra crazy. When the time anomaly detonates, when the ranger dude... Oh, yeah. Okay, now everyone gets evasion and attack power as well. That's solid. Cleave for every unconscious dude. Meh. Wielder gets crit chance and evasion for every 2 wielders. And then attack power. This is not useful to me. I'm going to go for Riz, and we can only apply it to the chefs. So now they're Rizzy chefs. That's fun. All right. So... now, from here on out, for the next 5 fights, it's going to be only one choice, and they're all going to be boss fights, huge enemies, with a special effect. So separator guaranteed. I have no choice in the matter. Here we go. Might be worth using some of the burner phones, but this is one of the reasons having the stun for 1.5 seconds is great, because even if you are separated, you have 1.5 seconds for your guys to come back together so they can start doing a lot of damage. Yeah, ain't no thing, no problem whatsoever. We got this. All right, that was a good boss fight. Everyone's doing solid. The time dudes did a load of damage there. Oh my, yeah, okay, so that's good. Now, unicorns and stallions, again with separator. Well, thanks for that, but we all get together in time, so it's okay. I mean, I say that's a lot of damage going off of my warlocks right now, but they're sort of starting to equalize it out a little bit. The more of them that fall, the easier it is to sort of stabilize my health. There we go. Feral hogs, honey badgers, scary, because that many hogs are all buffing each other to ludicrous numbers. Now my warlocks are in danger. Woo! But again, their nature is working well for it, and we recovered. That was it. Alrighty. Another time dude, sure, why not? More dude juice, don't care. Lions and lionesses, we did this before. Again with the separator. Is every single one of them going to be separator? God, I hate it. Stop it. Ah, everything's immediately in the purple. Warlocks, don't die on me. Eat burgers. More McDonald's. More McDonald's. There we go. We're fine. Whoa, these lions are getting big, though. Okay, they're dead. And it's time for the really hard boss fight now. Okay, last chance to get some good stuff. Don't care about the dude juice or the loaded dice. Reroll. Rush order. Additional burgers. I think I'm okay on that front. So we don't need the taunt. Restock again. Snap back if we get thrown. Yes, I'll take that. Instead of wasting my money, let's go for some rerolls here. Time trigger. Yes, a chance of resetting and storing more damage seems fine, and that's all I can afford. We'll take another meteor to be safe and another dude juice. All right. This is the ultimate fight. Resilient crit avoidance, 250 rams is scary. The GOAT. the literal greatest of all time. It's a gigantic goat. All right, this thing can absolutely obliterate me. I'm gonna start applying some meteors on all these places, applying vulnerability wherever I can. I have got to start killing a lot of these guys. All these goats have got to die. Look how much damage we take from this guy's stomp. Like, it's bad, dude, it's bad. All right, he's the last guy. We're gonna start just vulnerabilitying the crap out of him. All right, he's dashing around, he's doing a lot. Yeah, let's apply a health potion. Oh my God. All right, we're starting to lose some dudes now. Bottle lightning to stun. I assume it works. It did not stun him. It did not stun. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Don't lose now. Oh my God, don't lose now. Apply that vulnerability. My Warlocks, health potions. Oh my God, we need to use some dude juice. We've almost got him. Dude juice, keep my guys alive. Little longer, dude juice, keep him alive. Oh, see how much freaking crazier that got? After all of that, we almost still lost. I should have been using dude juice once guys started falling. That might have been the better way to go. I don't know. But the Warlocks barely kept it together. Time dudes. MVP. What the crud? Mutants and chefs really doing lots of health. That worked out well. I guess I overestimated the Rangers. They probably were not the best out of my entire group. They did some pretty good damage at a distance, but like, wow. Whew. Okay, and as a result, we now get to apply everything that we got from this run and apply either some regular stars, if it's the first time we've used it, silver stars if we got past level 60, or by beating the game, we now apply some gold stars. Meet certain thresholds, you get certain perks. That's why you want to have a lot of variety in items. That worked! The Emperor Dude speaketh! That was wild! I wonder if your dudes will be able to take down a Killipede. I guess we find out in Tier 2. What the crud is Tier 2? I don't even know, but I'm going to end this run here. Yeah, how many dudes is still fun? There's some really crazy combos. It does take a lot longer to finish a run than it used to, I will say that. But it's fun because you get so many crazy relics, crazy combinations. You feel compelled to keep trying different runs, different ways of doing things. And now they've actually got a pretty hefty collection, lots of different types of families. I haven't even touched action like barely at all. And there's so many more dude types that I could play around with. Really fun game. If you guys like what you see with this, I'll go ahead and include a link in the description down below, and you can go ahead and pick up the game for yourself. Otherwise, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I'd ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.